All right. Good day, Miss Elaine Oriza. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation to participate in this interview as part of my requirements for my leadership strategy course. So before we begin, I would like to inform you that this interview is recorded and it will be used solely for academic purposes related to the course. And to formally start our interview, allow me to introduce myself. I know that we know each other already for quite some time. I'm Victor James Escolano. So I'm currently a PhD student in the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering at Chongyan Christian University in Taiwan. And now I think without further ado, we can now start this interview proper. So, hello ate, hello po.
Hello, Kuya. Good afternoon. And it's also an honor to be your chosen one to be part of this interview.
Okay, so for our first question ate, so since I'm already seeing in the camera, in our screen that you are sharing already about the organization. But before to that, may I ask if you kindly please introduce yourself and describe your role and experience as a community leader?
Yes, Kuya. I am Ate Elaine Orisa from Nagcarlan, former chairperson of Gawad Felicissimo T. San Luis for Outstanding Youth of Laguna. Uh, we are the longest serving batch since 2019. So I am introduced myself as a leader with a heart. So I want to be uh, the one who known by other people who is prioritizing the welfare of the many over my personal interest. I also believe that I am a leader who always listen and open for communication with the people or the youth related or belong to our organization. I also want Kuya na to take initiative by planning ahead for the organization's progress.
Yeah, I really agree with that, ate, because uh, we've been working or we have worked a lot quite some times before. So at this point, can you please share what are your motivations in community leadership? Yeah, as we can see on the screen, you're also presenting our picture during
Yes,
our
Kuya.
during our recognition day, or how will I say that? During Araw ng Parangal. So the day when we were recognized as the outstanding youth of Laguna. So at this point, as I have mentioned, can you please share your motivations in pursuing community leadership? And do you have any person or people who inspire you that you look up to become a community leader?
Yes, Kuya. Before we proceed, Kuya, I want to say that I'm very happy and very thankful to you and to all the Gawad 26 to be part of the longest serving batch. So we serve with the heart and we do our best to serve to our fellow youth. So my motivation in leadership are these three persons. Madam Lenny Robredo, our former Vice President, her husband Jesse Robredo, and the most I admire so much is Felicissimo T. San Luis. Jesse Robredo is the first one kasi because he is a leader with integrity, humility, and known for his chinelas leadership, wherein the people see Jesse Robredo lead with simplicity and also for being transparency. He is the one who pioneer of transparency and good governance. So, and next one is Madam Lenny. Madam Lenny greatly inspired me to be a leader not only by a position, to be a leader that you are concerned with the people sa lahat na nasasakupan or with the people around you. Her words reminds me that true leader is rooted in empathy and accountability. You show up when people needs you. That's the words that really inspire me from Lenny Robredo. And also our late Gov Felicissimo T. San Luis. He served the longest governor of Laguna for almost 33 years, from 1959 to 1992. And his Decalogue of Pamamahala, I will never forget the second Decalogue, which is you should leader ng tao at hindi leader politiko. Or it means that you should be a leader with passion, a leader for the people, not for the politics, or not for being or influenced with the other politics or politician.
All right. Thank you very much, Ate, for sharing those people who you look up to. So those are the people who motivate you as you pursue community leadership. So I think at this point, let's go. Let's just go back to our organization. Can you please introduce our organization, and what are the projects and programs that you have led, which have impacted the community?
So our organization, Gawad Laguna, was established in 1993 to recognize and develop outstanding youth of Laguna. And while promoting active community involvement, inclusive growth of the young leaders. So during pandemic, one of the questions guided us initiatives during the time of pandemic. What is the contribution of the sector of the youth when it comes to the when it's come in fighting the pandemic or to help to the people? So these words inspire us to promote or to have projects that help to the people. So these are different projects na we work together, together with our fellow siblings in Gawad. So the first one is Mas Kaakap project. Yan. We launched the Mas Kaakap project to provide essential support and protection to the communities. And this Mas Kaakap project also beneficiary with the students of the Laguna who don't have ability to buy school supplies. So they are the beneficiary of this project. We also launch, yan, as we can see, we give school supplies for the students who don't have enough money or ability to buy their own school supplies to continue their education. So this Mas Kaakap project is really a successful one project of Gawad. And the next, Magandang Laguna webinar series, wherein we launch or we give information to the people about the issues that related to the pandemic, and also to the different sector that help them to know or to be knowledgeable about what's happening in our country. Na magpamaskong alay sa driver ng masa, which is headed by you, Kuya Victor. So I'm very thankful that you are really ready to lead, and you are very passionate to be one of the leader of this project. So this project also helped to the drivers of Laguna. Our mission is to help and to inspire others to help to the sector that will affected by the pandemic. And also half of these proceeds of this project also go to the Paglingap sa Bayampunan, which is our organization also do it or continue to adapt or to help to the Bahay Ampunan. And then this also the project for the farmers of Laguna. And also I'm very happy to say that you are also the leader or the project head of this project, the Tinig ng Pag-asa, kapit-bisig pa sa mga bayaning magsasaka ng Laguna. So in this project, even in pandemic, we continue to stand out and make a difference. We continue to give ourselves to serve, and whether we feel so scared or we feel afraid for what is happening because of the pandemic, we continue to stand up to give our best and to help one another, to help to the people in our in our town or in Laguna.
Thank you,
And
Ate, for
this
those.
one,
Mm.
yes,
I,
Kuya. Another one is the
mm,
GLI Community TV.
mm.
So, Kuya Victor and all the Gawad 26 or my batch are really helping one another to have this beautiful segment. So, we showcase the different town or lungsod or cities of Laguna, their their fashion or their uh, yung stories are also featured in these segments.
Yeah, thank
Yun.
you. Thank you very much, Ate, for sharing those words and for sharing those kind words also. So I can also recall those moments that we were together when we were helping the community, especially the drivers, because I think my classmates would ask me, and also my professor would ask me, right, why we are helping the drivers. Of course, in the Philippines, jeepney drivers or people who are using the jeepneys, they are very much affected during the pandemic. And aside from those people, you also have the farmers who are very much affected during the pandemic. So they were our target beneficiaries with the projects that created. So thank you, Ate, for sharing those projects and programs have that had really impacted the community during that time. And uh, I think I can continue with the next question. So, as regards your experience as a community leader, what are the challenges that you have faced, and what are the strategies you undertake to overcome them?
Uh, to overcome some challenges we encountered as the leader of Laguna. We came from to the different part of Laguna. So sometimes we experience difficulty in reaching out one another or to have a meeting together or in also in the time of pandemic. So we also have a different responsibilities outside Gawad. So this issue or this difficulty or problems we encountered, sabi nila we are namumukod tangi, we are outstanding youth of Laguna. So we overcome these problems by have effective time management. So I always told to our siblings in Gawa to have effective time management and careful scheduling all the activities for us to join and also have our time for Gawad. This strategy helps us to stay organized, ensures that projects continue smoothly, and allows us to be to lead with our heart or with our best and continue to contribute to the different projects of Gawad. I also foster collaboration and engagement because we are composed of the best of the leaders of Laguna. So we all of us have a different ideas, and sometimes some of us will have different ideas or different information about this issue or about this project. So we also do our best to respect our kapatid or siblings in Gawad. So in Gawad, we also want to learn our siblings to be appreciated, or our youth leaders come from the different towns and cities, and we have a unique experiences and perspectives. So it is very I also encourage to have open communication, active participation, and collaboration. So you also experience to have online meeting and different meeting that will a face-to-face meeting that everyone have opportunity to share their ideas, and good for us. And as a member of Gawad, we don't fight for nothing. So we fight for the goodness or betterment of our community. So it is a good competition or good conversation wherein we share different ideas and different perspective.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Ate. So, really, communication is really important. Effective scheduling and time management is are really important also. And as you have mentioned, Gawad Laguna, it composed of different. personalities, different youths in the province. So uh, came from different background, came from different sorts of life, walks of life. And also, those people or these youth who joined Gawad Laguna are known for their outstanding achievements. And yeah, Gawad Laguna is known to recognize these youth. So we are recognizing them. We were recognized to prepare us to become a leader and to create a lasting impact to the community. And with that, may I ask, how do you foster collaboration and engagement within our community?
I also promote teamwork by assigning clear goals and responsibilities for each of the member of our organizations or in our batch. By combining structured planning with a supportive and inclusive approach, we build a sense of ownership and commitment among members. This not only strengthens for our organization but also motivates the youth to actively engage and serve with the community. We also lead with a purpose, or also we also have a passion to lead with the heart, or parang we the Mami Feli and other member of the Gawad always says us to lead with passion, to lead with the heart. And also when you are giving a task, you should do it with your all of your best. And in Gawad kasi when we say yes, it is yes. When we say no, it is no. Parang we have an we have a commitment, a full pledge commitment when you say yes. So when I assign tasks to our kapatid or siblings, I also saw their passion, their responsibility, the eagerness to do it, kahit even if it is hard, or na first time, to even if they experience it only at first time.
Yeah, ate. I can also remember that yeah, we were this Gawad Laguna is a non-profit organization. So we don't get any funding, or we don't get
Yes.
any salary in doing this, but we are doing this for the youth because this is the focus of our organization to uh, train our youth so that they will become the future leader of the province, or not just in the province, or even the country, because some already have accomplished those kind of achievements, and some are also internationally, right? And with that,
Yes.
uh, can you please also elaborate on the strategies that you employ across to address the diverse needs and interests of the community? So we are now focusing on the community itself. So how do you strategize uh, in addressing their diverse needs and interests?
Uh, Kuya, to address the diverse needs and interests of our community members, I start by listening actively to all the suggestions, opinions of our kapatid or siblings in Gawad. As we say, the members of Gawad Laguna are came from different towns and backgrounds, so it is important to recognize that each person has unique strengths and priorities. I also use inclusive planning and participatory decision making. So it means I am not the one who decide for our project, or for the betterment of our organization. We involve members in setting designing programs, and implementing activities. I also prioritize flexibility, adjustment projects, and schedules to accommodate different circumstances and maximize participation. In Gawad, we also want to prioritize what are the needs of the society. So we are open for adjustment, we are open for the change. So our vision is to help and continue to 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 lead with passion, and also to inculcate young leaders. And finally, I focus on empowering members through mentoring and training. As we as we remember, we also have facilitation training
Mm.
wherein before we serve to our young leaders or the other youth, we also attended passive training. By combining understanding, inclusivity, and support, we can meet the varied needs of the members of the our organization. I also want to say, Kuya, na I salute all of us, all of the member of the Gawad, because although uh, we don't have enough financial, we are really doing our best to have a community project and different activities that really help to the community. So we are not focusing on inculcating the young leaders or to lead them or to teach them about our about the different lessons or the legacy of our late Governor Felicissimo T. San Luis. We also do our best to help to the community. And of that, with all of our projects since pandemic or since 1993, I'm very happy I'm very happy because we also have a different projects that continue to help to the community.
And yeah, I may agree, ate, that we don't just do project just one time, but we, as much as possible, we are trying to make it long term. And aside from that, we are really
Yes.
targeting those that are marginalized. We are focusing also on those that who really need help. That those who can we provide help with. So like the drivers that you have mentioned, like the farmers that we help, and even the children of the orphanage, we are still helping them because uh, this is the purpose of the organization. As we train the youth, as we train new leaders, they have to
Yes.
uh, do also and return to the community what they have learned along the way. And yeah, it's really inspiring. And when it comes to an achievement or an accomplishment, can you please describe a particular achievement or positive impact that your leadership, so let's talk about your leadership strategy, ate. So that your leadership strategy has had on the community.
Kuya, one of our proudest moment or achievements as a leader is guiding our youth member to serve with the principle of a grateful heart is serving with a grateful heart is a serving heart. So ang pusong nagpapasalamat ay naglilingkod. So during the pandemic, we launched initiative like the Mas Kaakap Project, Mamaskong Handog para sa drivers. Thank you so much, Kuya. I'm very happy that you lead it very well. And a concert for a cause for the farmers. So thank you then because you are also part of this project or you are the leader of a project head of this project. So this project not only provide much needed support but also inspired youth participation. We also have a community pantry during pandemic.
Mm,
And
yeah.
also, yes, Kuya, it's really amazing that some farmers that support us, give us their vegetable to help to the other people. So in return, we have the concert for a cause for them. So these are the proudest achievements as a chairperson of Gawad Felicissimo T. San Luis. Also with the help of our Gawad siblings or Gawad 26 and also the senior Gawad. So we also continue to outreach Bahay Ampunan or orphanage in San Pablo, providing the care and support to the children and uphold the values and legacy of our beloved Governor Felicissimo T. San Luis. We also lead with passion, lead and do our best to have a positive impact to our communities. So with all of this, we are showing our heart to help and with and passion. So in the difficult times, we are here to help and we are
Mm,
gratitude that we have a heart with gratitude that this heart can be transformed in a meaningful action.
yeah. During those hardest times, so we did not leave the organization. May I ask, ate,
Yes, Kuya.
how many youth were serving during that time? During our time in Gawad, how many youth that you are leading?
So we are in Gawad 26 or batch 2019. So we are 46 youths. We are serving together with our senior gawad. So we are 46 youths. We are show up during these times of difficulty or these times of pandemic. So hindi tayo nawala, or we are not uh, losing these times of difficulty.
Yeah, we were 46 during that time, and those 46 I think those 46 youths are still active in the organization, less like you. So
Yes,
given
kuya.
that you are leading 46 people with different backgrounds, 46 people who have different achievements in life, 46 outstanding young men and women. So uh, was there a time that during your was there a time in your leadership during your time that you encountered conflict? I think you have encountered conflict. So how do you handle
Yes, yes.
conflicts or differing opinions with the community members or with the members of the group first and the community?
Yes, kuya. A lot of difficulties, a lot of uh, opinions are being said or being told to me. So as a chairperson or community leader, I handle conflicts by encouraging an open and respectful dialogue or conversation. It is very important for us it is very important for us to have an open communication. I make sure to listen actively to everyone's perspective and understand the concern behind the different opinions. I also promote collaborative problem solving, focusing on the shared goals rather than personal differences. I also remind myself and the team to respect everyone's opinion and to
Mhm.
choose kindness over being the best or always winning. Sometimes being the best, we forgot to be kind or to be being right. Some people forgot to be being the best. Some people forgot to be kind. So
Mhm.
parang some people wants to win to the dialogue, to win the conversation. But in our organization, the number one uh, goal, the number one value that Mami Feli always told us to always listen, always promote kindness, and respect one another. So these are the things that really helped me as a chairperson of Gawad Lagun.
Yeah, ate, I can also remember that since you are managing the best kind of youth in the province, right? So they are the best among the best. Uh, that's how we nurture the leaders in Gawad Laguna. So we are selecting, we are training the best youth, and also as they are as they as we might say that they are the best. So there will always be conflict along the way. And yeah, it's true that one of the reasons or one of the best lessons that you have always shared with us as member of our group is that yeah, we are all the best, we are doing something outstanding, but yeah, we should also be kind in any way possible. All right, thank you, Ate, for that. And with that, I would also like to ask that uh, what advice would you like to give to someone aspiring to become a community leader like you?
Thank you, Kuya, for that wonderful questions. So my advice to anyone aspiring to become a community leader is to lead with the heart and purpose. True leadership is not about abilities or recognition. It's about serving others, listening to their needs, and making a positive impact in their lives. And always listen and open to suggestions, remain humble, and respect others' opinion. Remember that it is better to choose to be kind than to be the best. And the small acts of service can create meaningful change. And also, it is very important, Kuya, to love your family. Their support is really important. I remember during pandemic, without their support, without their love, I don't think that I can perform my obligation as your TP or your chairperson in our organization. So always love and and show your concern also to your family. Some youth, or I forgot, some youth forgot to show your concern, or because of the busy schedule, people, some young men or leaders forgot to show your love, concerns, simple hug, simple kiss, or simple say that mommy thank you, nanny thank you, tatay thank you. They are the reason why behind all my success, or behind the success of all the outstanding leaders, are the support of their family. And finally, stay committed to the vision of our and values of our organization, and inspire others not by your words, but to be a good example. Leadership is a journey of service, empathy, and dedication. Siguro kuya, it is very important to give your heart when you lead. It is not important what others will say to you, or what others will, kasi people will remember, not not in your words. People will remember on how do you
Mm.
show up in difficulties, and how you feel them, how you feel your concern, your love to them. So it is very important to have talino, or to have love. Kasi I believe in 3H head, hands, and heart. So this H, 3H also helped me to lead with passion, with purpose, and to do our projects together, or to the help of our siblings in Gawad. So I think, Kuya, that's the very important.
Thank you for those advice or those pieces of advice, ate. So what I got is that head for intelligence, for intellect, heart for being kind, and hands for the actions. Oh yeah, they are all connected. So thank you for those 3H. So I've learned something new today. And uh, as you reflect on this journey as a community leader, ate, it's very inspiring. I know that we've been doing this for quite some times. Imagine from the pandemic, you were our chairperson, then you became now as a consultant, as a member of the board of Gawad Laguna. And I would like to ask, as you reflect on your journey as a community leader, what is that one biggest lesson that you have learned?
The biggest lesson I learned as a community leader, or as a chairperson of our organization, is that true leadership comes from service and empathy. It's not about authority, but it about listening, understanding, and acting with passion. Challenges and differences are opportunities for you to grow, for you to learn, and to have a passion in different projects of our organization. It's very important choosing the kindness and putting the community first. We can inspire the community by leading a good example to them. So I also learned to be a good listener. Sometimes I really want to speak, or I really want to be the one who always uh, give up give suggestions, or also to have to to give my opinion in different perspective or projects of our organization. But I also learned that being a listener is also good. It in I don't want to be the one who always talk, who always give what's best for our organizations. I'm very happy because I also learned to our kapatid or siblings in Gawad. So it is very important to be a good listener. Being a good leader must be a good listener also.
Yeah, I think. Although it's a cliche that if you want to become a good leader, you also have to follow, right? You have to be a good follower as well. So as we end this meaningful conversation, wow. So I do,
Yeah,
yeah,
thank
it
you.
came to an end now. So may I ask one question? How do you want to be remembered as a community leader and as a person in general?
I hope to be remembered as someone who lead with empathy, kindness, and integrity, building a community where someone felt seen, valued, and empowered. As a person, I hope to be remembered for my compassion, my sincerity, and desire to uplift others. So parang no one behind, or I want to be a leader that always listen, always have a heart to help, not because I want to become a popular leader, or not because I want to be a popular young individual. I want to help because I know that I can do something not only in our community but also in our country. This small step, this small plan also help to the other young individual to lead with passion. And also I want to always remember that leading with a grateful heart will also lead you to a very successful, or to become a you it also lead you to have a happy life when you are really grateful to all the things that you have a peaceful life. Parang you have a simple life, but you have a grateful heart. So people will forget what you say, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget what you made them, or what how you make them feel. So it is very important na no matter what happened, kahit kaano pa yung marating mo, or you are in the top of this position, you are the one who lead. It is very important to show them na you have concern for them, and you always think them, like I said, you should be a leader with the three H: head, hands, and heart. So I think this recipe, or these three meaningful reminder for me to be a good leader, not only to be a intelligent leader. You should be a servant leader. So I want to be remembered that by the people, to be a leader with empathy, kindness, and integrity. So kuya, siguro I know that you are really one of these leaders. So kasi I am with you along almost 7 years being part of Gawad. So I
Yes.
also see you this kind of leader. You are a servant leader. So this leader is really the need of our society. We don't need a leader na super talino or super galing. We need a leader with the heart and with action. So
Mhm.
siguro the combination of three: intelligent, action, and passion and heart with the people, this will help us to have a great leader in the future. So that's it,
Yeah.
Kuya.
Thank you very much for a very inspiring and very inspiring words that you have shared, Ate. And I will always go back to what Gawad teaches us, or what Gawad taught us, right? That ang pusong nagpapasalamat ay naglilingkod. A grateful heart serves, or a grateful heart always serves. So if you are grateful, you will serve. So that is also what I have learned during our time in Gawad. And I'm very thankful for your time and effort, that and for agreeing to be part of this interview. I have learned so many things, and thank you for sharing your insights. And I think those insights that you have shared, the views that you have expressed, I can use that for my leadership strategy course. So that's the goal of this interview.
Yes,
Anyway,
Kuya. I
uh,
also want I also want to add, Kuya, I'm so thankful because of you. A lot of projects of Gawa during pandemic is being possible. Kasi some of our kapatid are so busy. So that
mm,
time, some of them are rejected my offer to lead. But you are very hands-on. You have the courage to lead. So thank you so much, Kuya Victor, because you have the heart, you have the passion to lead all. even if we experience pandemic or difficult times during that time of pandemic. So thank you so much, Kuya.
Thank you as well, Ate. I will not become a leader also if not with the people that I work with during that time. And even now, up to now, right? So starting from being serving batch, member of the serving batch, and now as we spread our wings and do
Yes.
so many things, yeah, Gawad has been part of our lives. So it has imparted so many lessons that are very essential to what we are doing today. So I think that would be it. Thank you very much for your time again,
Thank you
Ate.
so much, Kuya.
Yeah,
It's my
and
honor, and I'm so happy to see you again, Kuya. And we miss you. We miss you here in the Philippines. But although you are so far from us, I know that you are doing your best. You make me as proud. So thank you so much, Kuya.
thank you very much, Ate. So I think I can stop now the recording.
Yes, Kuya. Thank you.